Quality and affordable childcare can be difficult to find in Iowa. Advocates want to work with lawmakers to find some solutions. The Iowa Childcare Coalition Day on the Hill is coming up at the state capitol. It's a chance for Iowans to share their stories and needs with lawmakers. Here to tell us all about it is Jillian Herink. She's with the Iowa Association for the Education of Young Children, Iowa AEYC. Thanks for being here today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me.
So give us sort of the condensed version about what AEYC does and about the Childcare Coalition.
Yeah, so Iowa AEYC mostly supports people who work in early childhood education and more often those who work in childcare. So we support them with scholarships to continue their education. We support them with stipends to keep them incentivized to stay working in childcare. And we have a team that works on a consultation basis to help alleviate some of the stress and help them with best practices.
So what is the coalition then made up? A variety of groups?
Yeah, the coalition is really a loosely formed group of organizations that come together with a lot of different interests, but we all get together and we agree on several legislative priorities around childcare and early childhood education. And then we look at messaging and propose those every year.
Okay, what are the priorities as far as you're concerned?
This year there's a lot around childcare assistance, and so there's a few priorities that help the parents with their income portion of that. And then the biggest one this year is childcare assistance for childcare providers. We know that keeping childcare providers in the field is a very difficult thing, and we know they're low paid. And so this is an incentive for people who are working in childcare to get childcare assistance themselves.
I should let people know you and I have talked about this at length because I have this special report coming up next week. But let's just take a 30,000 foot view here and tell people what a huge issue this is. I mean, I was stunned when you told me the high percentage of people who work in this field who they themselves need assistance just to make ends meet.
Yeah, we really have around 50 to 52% of people who work in childcare that qualify for state subsidy themselves. So they are making low income wages. We know that people in the field are making $12 to $14 an hour, and people with degrees are making $16 an hour. So they're not making a livable or a comparable wage.
Yeah, and because by comparison, even though a lot of these people do have degrees in education, early childhood development, they're making about half of what teachers make.
Yeah, a certified teacher in early childhood makes around $30 an hour, depending, of course, on their longevity, where a child care provider with the same degree is closer to $16 an hour.
You also talked to me about return on investment. So I'm sure this is one of the things that you say constantly to lawmakers about what we get back as a society if we invest in this.
There are huge numbers from economists. The worst data that I hear is a $1 to $7. So for every $1 invested in early childhood education, there's $7 returned. And that's tax savings. That is less unemployment, less incarceration, less health issues, less trauma, and those things that cost us money.
Yeah, and then the best is something like for every $1 we invest, we essentially get $14 back.
It is, it is. And then there's also the economic impact to Iowa due to the breakdown in childcare. So Iowa loses about $1 billion in its economy due to breakdown in childcare. That could be turnover, that could be loss of taxes. So it's really an important infrastructure to fund as a state.
Okay, so let's give people the information about when this Day on the Hill is happening and what you want them to do to get involved.
I would love the opportunity to do that. So our Iowa Childcare Coalition is February 12th at the Capitol from 7 to 9. I know that's a difficult time for people to come, but what we encourage people to do then is to lift their stories around childcare, especially parents as well, who are walking up to closed childcare centers or on a waiting list from the point of conception until they can get their child into childcare. And so lifting up their difficulties and maybe their solutions as well to their local legislator.
Because that's the goal ultimately.
It is.
Figuring out how to make the situation better. Okay, Jillian, thanks so much for being here today. We appreciate your work. You see this website on your screen and it has a whole host of resources for people, so check that out and we'll be right back.